Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for more Kubera, picking up with chapter 400, finale 2. Oh, God. Obviously, last time we found out, Liz is currently carrying another name. She's carrying Garuda's. And as many of you, agree with me in the comments, Garuda wouldn't have given up his name without fighting if he didn't trust that Liz would know what to do with it. I've thought a little bit about it, and given how things go, I'm wondering if she's going to keep the name Garuda, as opposed to keeping the name Ananta. But again, I feel that's too obvious, and Korrigom wouldn't do that. Korrigom usually likes to fuck with us, so maybe I'm wrong, but that seems to fit in line with, you know, how things have to play out, given what we know about the future. But Korrigom's never been that straightforward, so we'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, let's jump into it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, as well. You do YouTube stuff, members get videos early, and so do Patrons with the unfiltered stuff for Patreon. Yeah. Let's rock. The spear used to retrieve names with the consent of two primeval gods. So the spear in God Kubera's story is the same. Oh, this is Lee speaking. Is the same spear I used to pierce Garuda? But I thought this spear was the Snake King, Ananta's weapon. Why would a weapon that can retrieve names bear such a name? And how did it fall into the hands of the gods and take Ananta's life? Good questions. You're not sure whether to believe me? I guess you could wonder how I know all these things. From experience, I suppose. I heard some things during my stay in the Sura realm. That at the beginning of time, the gods had driven you to purge the True One. Plus, you referred to yourself as king on more than one occasion. Kinara is supposed to be in seclusion due to her weakness, but she is probably long gone. The True One must have been the true Arivada, and you must be Kinara, the weak one. Who is saying that? I'm going to assume Lee is still. Purging is something those in power do to their opposition, so Kinara, who was weak, and therefore king in name only, purged Arivada, the second in command, and claimed her name. Does that sound about right? Go on. So, if you were once in my shoes, overwhelmed with two Nastika names and vomiting blood, and saved yourself by giving away the weaker name, Kinara, to someone else, then your assessment of my current condition at a glance makes total sense. Ha! You almost sound like you've seen it all. Are you sure you're just guessing? I've already met you from N23, back in N20, so I wouldn't be surprised if you were there at some point in the past to actually witness these events. I can see why you'd think that way, but that hasn't happened yet. Not yet. Oh God! Fucking the tension in these two lines. Ah! It's so good, bro. Unreal. Anyway, if you do decide to trust me, who are you going to pass the name Garuda to? I struggled to create a human suitable to avoid causing conflict within my clan. But Garuda had always wanted to pass his name to one of his offspring. I mean, it's obvious who the correct choice is, but it's how you're going to find him. From what I've heard, he distributed partial powers of his name to 3 successors when they were still young, as doing so makes them more receptive to his power later on. I'm sure you can guess who those 3 are. So the one who gets the name will become as strong as Garuda when he was whole. If that's the case, it shouldn't go to someone who slaughters and doesn't value life. I believe it's only fitting that it be passed to someone willing to use that power for the weak. I mean, it could benefit Kalavinka, maybe sort out the problem she has with when she's in Sura form, losing herself, you know, to the music at the moment. You better never let it go. You only get one shot anyhow. And of course, that would be Kubera, season 3, episode 400, finale, season 2, yeah, 2.
What? Wait, just hold on. So, you're telling me to become Garuda? Wait, what about father? Isn't he supposed to come back? I mean, as long as the names don't get separated from their souls, all Taraka and Nastika can't.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to your father. The soul of what once was Garuda must be in the underworld by now. Now, without the name, I don't know if the weight of his sins was enough to condemn him to hell, or send him somewhere even lower. But the point is, he's no longer in this world, and he isn't coming back.
I'm very sorry.
Please.
I had no idea the spear could do something like that. No excuse will make a difference now, but I'm so truly sorry. I mean, I love my father, but he really went too far. The spear couldn't have activated on its own, so he must have gotten the consent in advance. I bet getting stabbed by you was all part of his plan. And then he probably just provoked you without telling you much, even though he knew how much it would hurt his daughter-in-law's feelings. But then, you would have never stabbed him if he told you what was going on, so...
Wait, I think I heard something very inappropriate just now. Possibly.
Come on, get up! You're getting all dirty!
I don't think you owe Kalavinka any more apologies. She doesn't seem angry at all.
But why? Why aren't you mad at me? Mad at you? Why would I be? Jeez, what am I gonna do with you?
God, Kalavinka's too precious. Kalavinka's too precious for this world, man. She's so fucking wholesome. She's so sweet. She deserves head pats. Honestly, I don't want her to get the Garuda name. You know? Because I feel like it's gonna cause her it's gonna result in her having trouble, you know? She's gonna end up getting wrapped into shit. You know, I just want her to be happy. Just give the poor girl head pats.
Don't mind me, and let's worry about you for now. I guess you picked me because I happen to be the closest one around, but I can't take it. I already have a powerful name. Owning Garuda's name on top of mine will be problematic. So, Kalavinka is also a special name? Not really. That's just an ordinary name for a Garuda. But, actually, this is supposed to be a secret, but I see no point in keeping it from you at this point.
What? What? That you're a Runa? I already know, so don't mind me. Excuse me?
How did you... Were you really dating my father?
Nonsense! I know your clan's been ages searching for someone suitable for the name Aruna. And I also know that they stopped looking around altogether after you were born. So that much was a dead giveaway. I've seen you in combat back in the Sura realm, so I know you far surpass most fourth stages. So if someone like you can't take on the name Garuda, then Aruna is the only reason.
Then I guess I'll have to choose another successor. But I doubt my brother can either. I mean, I was given the name Aruna, so imagine what they would have given him.
As far as I know, Jatayu has a name given by Kali. And as for Maruna, he was originally using the name Aruna before it got switched. So that is wild. Like, what the fuck?
I knew Yuta had a different real name, but I didn't know all three of them did. What should I do now?
But doesn't that defeat the point of them, you know, being given some of Garuda's power so that they could take his name on? Surely it'll be fine. Out of all three, Maruna would be your best bet. In his case, rather than having a different real name, it's more like he absorbed a god-level item.
A god-level item?
That's right, and because of that, the god who owns that item has been without her power for over 100,000 years now.
Really? I've never heard of this before, and the other gods are okay with this?
Well, the owner willingly gave it to him, and she hasn't retrieved it since. Fool that she was. She felt such pity for the life of a single Rakshasa. Fucking Ushas. Look at her. You could put it, like, on your desk.
Hey, you shouldn't touch that.
Yeah, you really shouldn't. Fuck. Ushas. Fuck's sake.
This accounts for all 2 Zen and lower, right? The Sura realm can be dangerous, but I'm sure it's better than here.
Push on! Take Ushas with you.
Huh? Wouldn't she be better off with you? And what do you mean, take her with me? I'm not going anywhere. I'm a poison. I should stay behind and fight. But you're too weak right now. You should go over to the sewer realm. But I've heard it's not as flooded anymore, so the environment should suit you better than this place. Hurry, the gate's about to close. Wait! I really don't know if I can handle loose shots.
Too bad.
Yeah, that wasn't easy. We have guards moving out of here, yet that thing over there doesn't seem to care one bit.
I can't remember who you were.
I think our speculation was right. Its priority target must be the stronger gods. How did this happen? There's only one 5 Zen god in the entire god realm. Perhaps we resort to having the Nastika under our protection during the fight. That's not up to us to decide. We don't really know what that thing's after.
It's definitely... It's one we saw show up last chapter, wasn't it? In the God Realm, whatever it is. It's obviously a... It looks... Given that the blue things, the losers of the previous universe, were also getting stronger, I'm wondering if it... and it did look blue last time. So I'm wondering if it's not actually a Taraka. I just hope things are fine in the sewer realm. No, the sewer realm's a hot mess too. Taraka might go lava, really? Ah! Ushas, come back, it's dangerous. Dangerous? You're right, this is no place for you to be running around by yourself. So come over here. Yay! Ah! God, Pusha, what happened?
Ushas just fell.
I don't think she fell off, I think she jumped.
And of course there had to be a hole with no water. What do I do?
I don't know who this purple-haired one is. Oh, what? Was that Brahma?
That might be better for her, since there are no Godhavas where there's no water. You've heard about sewers falling into... These holes on human planets, right? Gods can't pass through them, but with her divinity being so low right now, God Ushas just might. Her jurisdiction is dawned, so there's no risk of annihilation, even if she doesn't pass through. At worst, she'll just end up on the resurrection waiting list, so... But Ratri would kill me! Don't worry too much. I'm sure she made it through. But if she landed in some unfamiliar part of the...
I wonder where she's gonna land. I wonder where she's gonna land.
Actually, that might not be the case. Even the Surs who fell ended up on planets near their kind. So when God Ushas have landed on Willarv, where there are other gods of the same attribute,
or just, you know, she might just so happen to land right by the guy that literally has her power. But obviously you don't know that, do you?
Thank goodness, Ushas. You'll be fine. Your brothers will be there to protect you. Aruna! It's Aruna!
Where did this little thing come from? Fucking look at that. Ushas. Oh god. Right, let's go read the blog post. My god. I'm also supposed to record Overgeared this week. But I'm going to have to record it really late. So Overgeared would normally go up, you know, for members earlier than it will be. But it'll be going up on Friday. Because that's when I have time to record next. I'm recording this now, literally last minute before I need to leave. I've got to, I've got quite literally places to be and people to see. I've got a little gathering of friends. Yes, look at me having a social life and friends to go meet. We're gonna go play board games all evening. But also Friday I'm busy because with the same group of friends, it's one of my mates' birthday and we're gonna get absolutely sloshed. So yeah, I've got a busy week. I've got a really busy week. And then I've got to record for next week as well. Oh, God. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. Anyway, Korrigam's blog. Season 3, episode 400, finale 2. Want me to lay out a map for you? The King's dignity, always maintained, with a relaxed demeanor, though sometimes it falls apart. Changing my name to my father's. I love how Kalavinka livens up the atmosphere whenever she appears. She really does. You've done a great job with her character, Korrigam. It's a completely different feeling than when Lise and Arivada are just talking right before this. I don't really like heavy, serious things. Trust me. Weird. Given the content of your comic tends to be, often. So I really like characters like this who just lighten the mood with natural ease. Again, you've done a brilliant job writing Kalavinka if that's something you wanted. Just, head pads. Level of parenting. Hellish. Ushas isn't just childlike in appearance. Her mental age is indeed on the same level as a child. While she hasn't totally lost her memories, she only has fragments of her memories that are short, episodic, and self-centric. So for the gods caretaking her, this is truly hard. This is different from kids who grow up and understand after a few years of caring. Infancy of thousands of years with not knowing when or if she will return to normal. Only just the beginning. Some people thought the tone was a bit too light for the chapter titled Finale, but this chapter is long. Very long. Like the reunion scene with Ushas in the final scene of this episode. All events that you thought would come up eventually will come crashing down every few episodes. Or maybe one after another. So prepare yourselves for the prologue, scenes. And check your seatbelts. Some people asked if this was the final chapter because the chapter is titled Finale. I mentioned before that every main character had a chapter. So if this chapter seems like Sakara's chapter, it could be the final one, right? Oh god. No, that's not it. At least Ushas is reinforcing us. Right, well, we'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like on some, think catch your bell, use YouTube stuff, and out of the way. I'm Nosy, leaving you an extra time for the video. Let's bye now.